Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I wanted to talk or start off by just waking up with everybody. We gotta slowly wake up. And apparently, I have to reset all my things. So there's that. But yeah, welcome in. I'm a little tired, just a little bit. But we are still having the same issue that we were having last time. And that has something to do with this instance member following their thing. It should just work. However, that doesn't seem to be the case. And I'm not 100% sure, like, why, like, what. It's not super. What? Is there just like a bug that I'm unaware of? Um... Do I not have the, like, right... No, this is exactly how it says it should be. I am curious if I was to do that. Am I missing a package? I'm so lost. Like, I'm like, am I missing something here? Yeah, so something... This has... I've debated removing this package and just using something else, because this issue right here is the issue I've been having. And I don't know if it's just like me copying the tutorial wrong or what. Like, I know that this is a Dart thing and not necessarily a drift thing, but it feels like if it's supposed to work with Dart, then it should just work. All right, so I'm gonna go to their to-do app, their tutorial. Interesting. In their tutorial, they don't do this. Of course, in their tutorial, they have all the like fancy stuff in here. So in theory, it should work. In theory. I mean, the other thing that could potentially work is calling it outside. All right, let's try that. That works there. The next thing is to import that. All right. No, I don't want those. You shouldn't really be doing that here. That's not your place. But I'm sure it's already been handled by the Twitch bot stuff, but yeah. I don't even see it in the history. So go to my channel real quick just to verify. Ah, double me. Who likes my voice? I don't understand that. Coffee should be done here shortly, so now that we have that, let's throw in the test code for adding stuff to the database. And we're just gonna do some sample stuff. Wait, so is it going to be... All right, so that means it's going to be like user to do tasks companion. I don't know that I like that. Why is it called To Do Companion? Did I miss something in the setup? To do items, to do category, to do items, to do category, to do items, to do category. Um, Interesting. I don't understand this thing. Okay, that worked. We have name, we have description. I don't like the term name there. We don't have a category yet. That's auto increment. User to do tests. Oh, shoot. I forgot Windows had that feature where you have like multiple desktops now. All right, so all we're trying to do with this code is just see it work, I guess, is really all we're doing here. So we're gonna run this and hopefully we can see the login page because that would be helpful, right? All right, I'm gonna go check on the coffee and I'll be right back. All right, the app seems to have not await the database, which is interesting. Refuse connections, and I don't know why. Hmm. I wonder if this would do the same thing. Why was there a pop-up that I didn't see for this? Is my Android Studio up and running? It's gonna be like update. Holy crap. I wonder if it's like a permissions thing. Like, do I need to request permissions to access things or something like that? Um, trying to cool my coffee. This is the off state. Why did it? All right, let's see if I can Google this real quick. We're gonna wrong thing. We're gonna show the browser. We're gonna show this. So what we're looking for is why we're getting some type of refused. If you're running locally and using Android emulator, then your server endpoint should be this instead of localhost. AVD uses as the alias. So wait. All right, so let's stop. Let's switch over back to Visual Studio. That would be in here. So then we run that. It's going. The loading state is quite long for this database. I didn't think this database would take this long. Oh. Why? This shouldn't. So To run a server on your local machine and be able to access it from the physical device, you need to use the ADB reverse command with the appropriate TCP port. When the application is on the Play Store, you would need to use a server config on a publicly... No, this is supposed to run locally, though. So now we're getting a timeout instead of the other one, that the refusal. I wonder if this is an issue. What is going on? This shouldn't be this hard, right? Like, I'm not overthinking this. Is there some setting that I need to do? Maybe it's something to do with the way that the builder is set up, like it needs to fix itself. It's not generating the files. It's weird. It's like, it doesn't need to get built. It's fine. I need it to get built. I need it to get built. I need it to get built now. It was building earlier, so this is interesting to me that it's not rebuilding. I'm just hoping it gets built. I don't know what I did wrong. Zero out of 3 actions completed. Well, why? Why did 0 out of 3 actions completed? Huh. So, is there like a build runner clean? Build runner build. I don't know that I want to use this if the build runner is not gonna do its job. It still didn't build the generated file. All right, so if we go here to examples, we go to app, we go to build. Builders, drift. No. So what I'm looking at is the documentation right now, or the example file, just to see if there's anything that, you know, might help me understand just a smidge more. And it's not looking like there's much to really show. Why would this be such a difficult thing? I don't understand. It's like, I wonder if there's like a Dart run clean or something. I did do the clean. Run clean. How do the tests work? I'm actually very curious about like a database test just to get it up and running. I'm also curious if this is not what I think it is. So what I'm looking for... I want to be able to store data on the device, and I'm pretty sure that this is that. Or maybe it's object box that I'm looking for. I don't... I mean, it doesn't matter if it doesn't even build. Like, I don't... Basically gonna end up removing everything we've done. Okay, this is it. Like, I don't want to spend any more time on it. I just want to go straight into this and get this working. So we're gonna go here to the object box. We're gonna switch over to Flutter there. And we're just kind of gonna run through these real quick. All right, so these commands, they add objects box, Flutter library, build run, generator any, or when using objects box sync instead. What's the difference? See, now we gotta learn a whole new thing. Objectsbox.io products embedded. No, we want data sync, I think. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right, so we'll eventually need to add the syncs, I think. To run unit tests on your machine, download the latest version of ObjectBox library for your machine by running the script in Bash. For sync, just append sync to it. That should add the following lines. Sync is kind of one of those things that would be nice, you know? So that way it just automatically syncs up with what we're trying to do. But I don't know if that means that we have to write stuff out. Okay. All right. Let's stop talking about it and let's just read through this real quick. That creates the inner entity. This generates the object box code. Among other files, ObjectBox generates a JSON model file by default. Keep this JSON file, commit the changes to the version control. Stores the entry point to ObjectBox. It's a direct interface with the database and manages boxes. Typically, you want to have a single store, a single database, and keep it open while your app is running, not closing it explicitly. The best time to initiate ObjectBox is when your app starts. We suggest doing it in the main. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory. On mobile devices / sandbox, data should be stored in the app's documents directory. Okay. This is exactly what OpenStore does if the directory argument is not specified. On desktop systems, it is recommended to specify directory. If possible, specify various options when building a store, notably for testing, caching, in use in in-memory database does not create any files. In memory, though, would cause it to have too much stuff. That's a lot of coding. Is anybody here? Sorry. It's not too much coding, but I can try to explain it if you'd like to. This is all just Flutter and Dart. I started trying to implement a certain database system to be able to have a database in the app and store data locally to the phone. And the system I went with didn't work. So I'm going to use what's called this plug package called Object Store, and all that this does is give me a place to store things inside that app. I'm sorry, it took me a second. I was caught up reading documentation, and the web browser slightly overlaps the chat messages, so that's not good. But it's fixed now. So what we're reading right now is just the way that we can configure this new system. So I'm going to start implementing this in code. We're not going to worry about the sync stuff yet. But this drift stuff didn't work, so we're going to go ahead and delete it. Just like that. We're gonna delete that. We're gonna do this. Coding browser, hide that. It doesn't take much to understand the code, or it's just, it takes a bit to like re-implement the code, if that makes sense. So Postgres drift, we don't need. Drift, we don't need. I wonder if this the freeze gen is causing an issue. I haven't been using it yet. Welcome in. How's it going? You're here. You are. How's it going? Is that how you'd like to be called, or just VV? What am I building? We are building a basic to-do app, and it's proving to be more annoying than it should be for me. Is that JS? No, this is Dart. So this is Flutter Dart. It's I don't know how to explain it. It's Google's answer to a lot of the other solutions, but it's an all-in-one type. Did I delete anything I needed? Nope. It's an all-in-one kind of like you can build from cross-platform framework. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. All right. We don't want that to paste as one line. Why? Okay, we do that. All we're doing here is adding dependencies to our project. So these are other packages that other people have created. For those who don't know. It looks advanced. It's not necessarily, if it's kind of just generalized. If you know Python or any JS or anything like that, you just have to kind of extract things, right? So I like to think of these as just functions, just generalized functions. We're importing other packages here. And that's basically it. Like, there's not too much. All right. So we are testing on Android, right? Well, we're not doing that. So that's only for sync. Okay, so we don't have to do any of this. Okay. Define our entity. So this is a type structure. So this is basically just an object. So we're gonna put this in tables for right now, and we're gonna create a new file and just call it user to do task. The reason why we're calling it user to do task is because that there are going to be other, like, there are already tasks, so it should either be user task or user to do task, basically. At least in my head, that's how that should work. We're gonna just grab what they have here, just for the sake of putting it in here. You can have multiple entities in the same file here, or you can spread them across multiple files in your... Okay. I do love Python, but I don't know what to do with it. Python is good for data graphing. So if you have an API, you can take an API from like Twitch or anywhere like that that allows you to search users. And you can create an API that allows you to search the Twitch API. So that way you're going to one common place. But then you're able to do what's called business logic. So, you know, any data calculations or whatnot can be done on the server instead of the website, which would cause it to happen on the user's machine. So going forward with that theory, you could then go, all right, show me their, like, when they were last, you know, on, and then you could technically plot data. You could store data every time you could run something every day if somebody's like, watch this user, you know? Or you could use it for YouTube and kind of show like a graphed stuff for like the channel's analytics. I'm sure that there's some APIs for that or something like that. So this isn't a user. This is a user to do task. We're going to have a name. And this name, and then we're going to have the description. This could also be like title. I'm going to go with name. We're going to put date there. Ignore this property not stored in database. Computed property. All right, so we're just going to create this basic thing right here. This will give us a basic model. And entities must have one ID property type of long or int. If you need other types like a string ID, CID annotation docs, we're going to have to look into that because we're going to want UUIDs, which is just GUIDs. All right. So then we're going to do a Dart run build, which is just compiling and creating these other parts to the code, basically. But yeah, there's a lot to do with Python. A lot of AI, quote unquote, machine learning is done through with Python. You could look into Golang. Golang is a very similar language and good for people to cross transplant. So, yeah. All right. That's compiled. So we created this JSON here, objectsbox.dart here. Huh. And it did exactly that. So the next thing, we'll look at this advanced setup later. You typically commit the generated code file objectbox.g.dart to your version control to avoid having to rerun the generate unless there are changes. If you make changes to your entities, we could watch it. Actually, we lied. The generator will process lib and test folders to generate files for each one if entity classes exist. All right. That's fine. That's fine. This is creating the store. Create it using the generated open store method, for example, in a small helper class like so. So this is a helper. So be it. We're going to put this in utilities. We're going to create a new folder called helpers. And then, oh, yay, that's great. Utilities, helpers, file. And then this would be object box helper dot dart. We're gonna copy their sample code to make it easier. Should this be at the forefront? I mean, I can import package path Oh, this is all the way out there. So then we'd come here. They're saying to put this next part in the main because we want to generate it. So we're gonna do a late object box. So, but does this like recreate it every time? I'm assuming there's like caching and things like that. So oh, need the await here. That's fine. Box class is likely a class you interact with the most. A box instance gives you access to objects of a particular type. For example, if you have users and order entities, you need a box object to interact with each. So this creates the box? These are some of the operations offered by the box class. Okay. So we would do something like final, and we'll say to do user to do box equals store dot box, and then we would do user to do task. Something like that. Or is this the... If I come here to the app and I build out, what I want is the login page. Did I really like move the login? It's not under pages. Wonderful. So it would be like super dot this, or Nope, that's not what I wanted. I just want to look at some code that uses this. Let's look at this, I guess. Is there a GitHub page, or do I have to go to... Oh, there's an admin view. Oh, interesting. So I would need to... I don't want to import main. So like this gets created here, stored here. I kind of need like an objects box controller type thing. So we go to the GitHub and come here. Oh, they even have a Go. I was looking for the... examples? Example. Event manager. I just want to see how it's like set up. Okay. So they're setting up everything in this helper class here. So inside of here, that's where they were getting store from. This kind of makes sense to me now. I'm slowly understanding this. So inside the create, they're setting up the boxes for this. So they're doing... But they're doing it like this. Equals box. Store like that. All right. That's fine. This creates it throughout. I'm understanding this a little bit more now. All right. So we're gonna move this to the outside. We're gonna leave that helper there. We're not gonna go into it. Interesting. All right. Does everything have to be inside of here, or can it be broken down? I do want this, though. Ah, okay. So the thing that we want to do is a user task. So they're getting that event from this. User tasks. What I called it? I completely forgot. Models. I really need to clean this up. This is probably one of the worst things that I have ever done. User to do task. All right. So they built this model somewhere. This is namespace. I don't know if this is going to work. Date. Oh, wait. Models, tables. So is this not working? Redo this just real quick, make sure it builds everything. So maybe that's the reason why I can't access it. Next time we might switch over to Android Studio just for the better UI. I think it's better anyways. Sometimes it's better. Is there conflicting? Like, what's... Oh. Interesting. Is this the issue I had last time, like, with drift? Like, it's not gonna build anything? Or what it needs to build? Found one declared outputs. It's getting there. 10 seconds worth. We're gonna check on our farm in just a second. By the way, you can join this farm. We have over on Twitch. We have the documentation here. I don't know if I accidentally added anything to the end of that. Alright, so this is working again. This is not. What am I missing here? Because all that they did was equal and then event, and the event doesn't have a special model. I just want one of these things to work. That's all I ask. It makes me think that it's not getting built. Hmm. What am I missing here? Like that, yes, works, but that doesn't add anything to it. So in the main, it's creating it, and then the home page, and then here it is. I don't even think they're using this demo. Are they? Oh, they are. Huh. Not in that one. In this one. So they're doing if, and then user to-do box would go here. Is empty. Then we would say put demo data. This is where we would also do our sync with online, basically. I'm also confused as to why this isn't like syncing at all. Do I need to create the constructor? So you don't technically need this if the ID is that. They're saying that for objects box to be able to construct objects read from the database, entities must have no args. So no arguments, constructors or constructors with arguments, names, matching properties, for instance. There we go. I don't know what this computed property is, though. ID1 name test task 1 description test descript. All right, so this should just throw something in there. We're gonna click build on that and see if that works. I'm not expecting, like, I don't have anything to display this data. "21 seconds to build." Jesus, this adds a lot to the build time. I don't know that this is worth it. It should be. I think I froze it. Oh, I didn't hit enter. All right, let's check on our farm. What needs to be done? We need to click the beehives. All right. I think we can get another animal. Almost had another animal. Almost. It's kind of expensive to get animals. We're definitely, like, not worried about money anymore at all. We're at the stage where once we have it, like, figured out, we can basically just blow everything away and start from scratch. All right, there we go. All right. How does this admin thing work on Android? So the red runs directly on the device development machine behind the scenes, and then and all right. So with that being said, we can do this. Let's see if it breaks. That's kind of the whole point. Seeing if it breaks. This init state is quite long. The project is up and running, so I don't know. I don't know why it wouldn't be working. Did I accidentally delete something in here? No, nothing's changed in that file. When I go to the main Dart, we're still on the super base stuff. Part of me just kind of wants to disable the super base right now. With that being said, though, that's this. We do that for right now. What is broken? All right, there we go. Is this a new thing? I mean, it runs the app down below. All right, let's try this. Why is this now just breaking? Nothing is needed there. All right. What if I did that and then we continue, we restart. Okay. Why? What did I do this time? Sometimes I can code really well in Flutter, and then other times I feel like if I break it, it just... Oh, is this because of the admin page? Hold on. Fine. We'll re-add it. I don't know why that would cause an issue, but we'll re-add it. We're gonna redo this. We're just gonna uninstall it. Okay. So that being said, it's running... Did it create a thing? No. Without an account, no thanks. What I'm curious about is this admin thing that they have. Because it would be nice to have like a way to see everything on the device. So that should have gotten created. Can I do this from a terminal? Of course not. To open the web app development machine, find the admin URL as noted above. Then on your dev machine, use the forward tool. Don't see the notification. Try to manually turn on notification. App info. Pause if unused. Open by default. Nope, that's not it. Notifications on. This will work. So this should have worked, but it didn't. All right. So here's one thing we'll try then. A basic just get. I'm sure that this can be split up. Hi, Helena. How's it going? Welcome in. We do that. Then we... User... Oh. I forgot this right there. And then I can come to this and kind of copy a similar code. We're going to copy it for the time being. We're just trying to test this. This is models. We're going to task, user task item. Oh, why is this in... New file. User task to do task list view .dart. All right. So that being said, I'm good. I'm just trying to figure out this stuff because apparently they split everything. I forget that that's just how this works. Everything has to be like... It doesn't have to, but... Everything's componentized, so... Right now I'm just like copying so that way I can get a working model, basically. It's actually should be probably this right here. Main Dart, and then this is going to be package tasker slash mail source model slash tables slash this. We're not worried about that. We'll call this a task card, fine. This is user to do task. I don't care about owner right now. We don't really have a test status just yet. Toggle checkbox is widget.task. Is it in here? Is that, am I missing something? Ah. I knew I was missing something. This is what I want. All right. We're not worried about any of the other things just yet. We just want this to Why can't anything ever be easy? Why? Is it because it's not this? It still can't find it. What is going on here? Oh, it's capitalized for whatever reason on mine. User to do box, that's fine. Oh, that puts the whole task in there, that's right. We're not worrying about owner just yet. This right here. Their task is just text, yeah. So this would be name. Jesus. All right. Owner. We're gonna do that. Menu element is not a type. Why? That's not something that they created. We don't technically need this pop-up menu button anyways. All right, so that's one thing down. So that this is the task list view here. Yep. User to do task is that. This is a capital B. We come here to grab these two things. User to do task card there. Is that really defined in here? Get task of event, and then it gets the event ID. This builds that. That returns a task. We don't have an event ID. What we can do is we can create user to do task here. Then what this allows us to do is user to do box. There has to be a way to split this out. User to do task. Status. You know what needs to happen? Let's go with that. Get user to do task. Can I build this while it's running? Like, does that mess anything up? And then we go to admin home. And we go to pages, home. Expanded child user to do we'll just, for simplifying this, all right, something like that. It built. Let's restart. Test task 1. There we go. So my question then becomes, does this work? What is going with this view page? It's there. We're basically there. We're almost there. I need that. I would like this admin page. Oh, I missed the whole thing. Okay. Whoops. All right. So for Android, we need to go to Android app build Gradle. Android app build Gradle. Is there already a configurations area? We do that. And then restart? I don't think it restarted. If I stop, rebuild it. Keep a reference until no longer needed or is manually closed. Optionally close at some point. If the dependency is only used for debug builds, as recommended, the permissions will not be needed for release build. Create an admin instance and keep a reference. Optionally close it. So the stuff's not going to be available anyways. However, it is showing up, which is all I wanted to know. One thing I do want to know is, does this show up as empty now? This should persist. Builder object generator uses input extension test, which is not specified in build YAML. Okay. We will remove it for the time being. If it comes down to the fact that I need it, we will add it. But this does mean that we're getting a lot closer to building like the final project. Is it empty? It was not. So that's cached. That's cool. Now I need to create its own page and whatnot. All right. So we changed the name of that. That means that this needs to be that. Why did I want this on a different thing? Okay. So now we're done doing that. Let's work on this card design just real quick, because I am going to use this as a template. So I do want this to be reflective. Of what we want. So that being said, this is name. How is this going to look? Control. This was going to be text. Can you stop with the pop-ups? Jesus. This is going to be description. restart that. We'll work on the delete in just a second, which is really just going to be an archive for right now. And then I need to figure out a compression rate or something. We just not... Oh. Something about task card. Task view. Ah. To do. It'd be helpful if I paid attention, huh? Probably this. It probably needs like a whole restart because I changed like the state names and things. We can stop that. I know that that's working. All right, perfect. Yes. We're getting the basics. This is exciting. This is what we worked the whole stream for. All right, so I don't know what this menu element is. It's not necessarily working for us. Item. So pop-up entry has a pop-up menu item. This is where we go to Google and figure it out. I'm about to create my own. I found it. All right, so the way that they did this is they created a component called delete menu item. I don't know if I like that. We're gonna create a file called delete menu item. This makes a lot more sense now, what the heck a menu item is. We're going to move this into our pages for the time being. Menu element is this. This is a user to do task. This is object box user to do box name, and then this should work. Aha. We have the basics. We have we have well, we have some of the basics. We have view, complete, delete. And then we're gonna need a create. So we have this. We have this. We have this. Now we need the create. And they do have a template for that as well. So like I said, we're gonna heavily work off of this code. This was my original stuff. All right. So with this being said, where was this displayed? We obviously need to get rid of owner. Owner doesn't matter. Event doesn't matter. Just yet. There are going to be things. We don't care about owner. We don't care about creating the owner either. Right? Yep. We don't care about creating the owner. We don't care about updating the owner. Creating the task we care about. We're trying to work small here. All right, so then we go back to the... I really need to figure out a better way for this object box. Like, this all needs to be, like, imported or something. This is quite intense for just... String add task. This is interesting to me that they would do it this way. String and then description. We don't care about owner or event right now, so we can remove that. We don't care about that. And we don't care about that. We don't care about that. New task event target, we don't care about that. This is user to do box. New task. And this is user to do task. I don't necessarily care about the debug print. And this should be input controller dot text. We're gonna have to create name. I feel like there's an easier way to do this, but this is the way I end up doing this all the time. So I definitely need to like Google and see. I mean, it should just be blank if it isn't. Name input. We can okay. I think that one's needed. Container. I don't know why it put me there. I don't think this ends here yet. All right, so in this scenario, we're using the admin homepage as a makeshift thing. All right. Yep. This basic task page. All right. That's fine. We have create now too. We will test it in just a second. Hold on. I want to go here. All right. We at least have like the basics, right? Like, so this should be like test, task, test, descript. Click save. Boom. It's there. We can say task 2. Test. Save. Boom. And then next time, this setup thing that goes to create the task and templates, this is where it's going to like, the user will get this, right? So they'll get a whole thing. So one thing I wanted to test was if I come in here, besides it crashing now. I don't know what that means. We're going to check on our farm here. We're going to upgrade some stuff. Click on these, click on those. Oh, I didn't even realize this wasn't fully upgraded. I didn't even see that bot. And this bot. Wait, isn't the... Is it just so much that it can't... It's outside of it. Okay, that's fine. Put that there. Deathy was helping us last time collect poop, so I didn't notice it. I don't know what the difference is between when it's running now and when... Okay, we'll figure out this issue next time, I think. Yeah, it's getting pretty late. Let's do one more run and see if it like fixes itself. I mean, this stuff's there. It persisted, so that's good. So instead of marking these off, they're going to disappear slowly. And they're going to get archived. So we'll work on that. There's going to be an archive box. So yeah, let's call it there. We'll work on this next time. And I hope you guys had a wonderful time here in the stream. If you guys have questions, feel free to, join the Discord. Follow me on other social media. Ask me questions. I will try to answer as I can. I'll help you try to figure out weird problems. I'm a well-rounded tech support person. But overall, you guys have a wonderful day. And... Oh, hold on. We're going to upgrade this. and this. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys on Friday. I should be streaming. I think we're going to play some games, though. On Friday, we're probably going to play Dredge or something like that. So until next time, bye.